Hi guys, welcome to Heavenly Glam Home. Today we wanted to share a quick outdoor video with you on how we created a beautiful walkway and one that makes life simpler for us. As you can see, we have a camper sitting on the right hand side on the driveway. We always would have to walk around. Well, I parked my car on the left side of the camper, but my husband would always have to park at the street, so he would always cross that grass, track in a lot of dirt, and especially at the front there where a lot of water is pooling. So we put a lot of those small stones there to absorb some of that water, and we put landscaping fabric up until that point, and then use the rocks to help with the water right there. Installing drain pipes underground probably would have been the proper thing to do, but we really wanted to go ahead and get this project done. It was kind of a spur of the moment type thing, so we just rolled with it. The gentleman that helped us could not speak any English, so we used a translation app on the phone to get our points across. It worked really well. See, landscaping edging can be really expensive, and I didn't want anything cheap looking, so we bought these little rocks from Home Depot. I think they were like $1 a piece, which is not that cheap either. And then we thought about using wood planks on the side, but then decided against that, especially because of all the water right there, and then the wood would probably just rot out. So we went ahead and got all those little edging stones and made sure that they were aligned correctly so it would look really good. While my husband and the guy were working on the yard, I had actually ordered some of these boxwood balls from Temu and started assembling those. Now those little, I don't even know what you call them right there, you know, it doesn't hold whatsoever. So I ended up using zip ties, and I used a total of 4 on each side, so to speak, to hold it all together. I snipped them all off pretty close to the base, and you can't even really tell, so it turned out really well. And then to mount them in the ground, I used these landscaping pins. I had also ordered these concrete molds from Temu, and it was quite tedious to do and wait because I only had 2 molds, and then we noticed that they were cracking. I'm sure they would have needed a rebar or something, which would have been a ton more extra work, so we decided against it and got some of this pressure treated wood from Home Depot cut into 2 feet pieces, and used this Espresso polystain to get them stained. That was the first coat. Here's the second coat, and then the third coat. I really didn't want the gloss, but they didn't have matte, so I went with it, and it didn't matter in the end. You will see why. To keep the cost down, I purchased these solar lights from Dollar Tree. We needed quite a few. It was like 21 or so, so that was pretty cost effective. Then finally seeing it all come together is just so satisfying. I don't know if you noticed in the video, the first one, the first boxwood on the right is a little bit different color than the rest of them. That was my trial boxwood order, so to make sure which size I wanted and if it would look okay. And then I ordered the others, and they were a different color, so I've ordered 2 more. I will replace that one, and I was short one. It's also cat approved, as you can see. They love hanging out on that piece of wood for some reason. This is Sarir. We brought him from Egypt when we were living there and came back to live in the USA, and he's been through a lot. He's our investigator. We call him 007, and he's the alpha male. Just when I thought that we were done, I noticed that one of the wood pieces had cracked. So I guess the concrete should have been a good indication that I should not have left any stones underneath. But I didn't think that would happen with a strong piece of wood, but it did, especially if somebody heavy walking on there. So what we did is we removed all the little pebble stone underneath the wood and put a nice thick layer of sand underneath, so it would have something smooth at the bottom, and then just assembled it all back. Another thing that I had noticed after some rain, that when the wood was wet it became somewhat slippery. So what I ended up doing is sanding all the pieces down and then wiping them clean. And I purchased this anti-slip spray from Rust-Oleum and applied it. It came on really blotchy for some reason, but once it's dry you can't tell it at all. I will see with time if this works. If not, then my next step is to add some sand to the stain and restain the pieces, and if that doesn't work then I'll buy some tread tape to put on there, which would be my last resort since I think it wouldn't be that appealing, but you know, safety comes first. Remember in the beginning I told you that the gloss didn't matter, because once I applied this anti-slip spray you can tell that all the gloss went away. And here's another daytime view of the project, and then here we got the night. It is so beautiful at night. I just absolutely love it. It wasn't the cheapest project we've ever done, but it was definitely an impactful one. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, the inspiration, and hopefully you got inspired to do something yourself in your yard. And if you did, I would appreciate a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments and feedback, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Take care.